Well, last Friday it hit with a thunderbolt. I didn't know what it was until Saturday morning. Yup, I've got COVID. I've avoided it for 3 years and it hit. So after being laid up for 3 days feeling pretty awful, I am now ready to get back to playing. So why am I procrastinating? Procrastination can take many different forms, particularly when I've been stuck inside or even in the garden for 7 days, desperate to get out into the sun, but also to play. Suddenly I'm thinking, instead of playing, I could clean the car. It's crazy. Why do I want to clean the car? I never want to clean the car. Procrastination. That is what happens when for some reason there is a resistance to get back to playing. Carrying on the line of weeding. That seems like a very, very justifiable thing to do. That's not procrastination. Or is it? I mean, I could get so much done and be out here. Why am I even wanting to consider cleaning up this corner instead of playing? Procrastination. Oh my goodness me. Then there's the lure of the desk. Always so much to do, and not least the editing of Busk. But that is more procrastination, and it's time to get back to my playing chair. So what am I fearful about? Procrastination is a feeling I'm pretty familiar with after the various stages of illness that I've had over the years and now with COVID. But procrastination has to be overcome, and although expectation can be quite difficult, what are we going to find after we return? It's going to hurt. Of course, we know the mouth hurts, the thumb hurts, everything sort of feels very stiff, but there's no way around it. We've got to get back in the saddle, and determination, motivation and discipline has to get us back playing, because there's no other way around it. So that's what I'm going to do right now. Of course, the toughest is about the reed. What has happened to the reed in that period of time? I've got two reeds that I'm playing around with, and I don't want to get too fixated on the reeds. But of course, inevitably, that's going to become a part of it. However, expectation. The reed is going to be dry, the weather is hot, and there are going to be certain areas of my playing where I'm going to have to feel a little bit of patience and gentleness, expectation, setting targets, realistic targets. But the most important thing is to get back playing. And that's what I'm doing right now. I've just been through almost all my scales, just got the last centre note E flat. It has been a painful journey, but we are like athletes. It is about training, and when there's been a long gap, we have to expect that things are going to feel a little painful. The important thing is noting the difference between when we're doing damage and when we're actually building up stamina. And that is what I'm doing at the moment. Of course, a lot of the pain is going to be around the oral facial, but that is what to be expected. And sure enough, it has felt painful. But as I'm going through all the scales, actually the pain is starting to recede. So happy days. I'm just going to get on with my E flat major. So that is the last of the scales. Inevitably, breath might have to take more breaths, and also because of COVID, it might feel a bit resistant in the lungs. But be determined, playing will come back like a trainer, like training like an athlete. It will come back. We just have to believe in the process of building back stamina. So I've now been through exercises. Amazingly, the mouth is starting to ease. There is a strange stitch in my left side, which is actually very, very odd, but I'm still persisting to some degree, but I'm not going to do too much today because I want to do more tomorrow and build up. It's about balancing. So I'm consolidating what's happened, the reed is settling down, the fingers, which always actually maintain themselves pretty well, are fine. The reed and the mouth are settling down. The breath is actually really coming back and is nice and strong. Stamina will build. So I'm now going to finish, having consolidated each section of my playing, evaluated what's going on. I'm now going to just finish off with a little bit of a piece which I really love, and I think it's really important to put some reward at the end of what has been perhaps a rather sort of difficult return, and all the kind of resistance and the fears and all the rest of it. A little bit of a reward. We need that to build our incentive so that tomorrow is another day, and that resistance that was felt and the procrastination at the beginning of this journey will not have to meet that again tomorrow. So we have to be very patient, really let the body do its healing, be systematic in the building up of training layers to put our playing back together again, as surely it will come back together again.